Hey everyone, welcome back to Midlife Mama. I'm Tiffany, and today I'm surrounded by Nevaeh's toys because this week we're talking about her top 5 toys and a few honorable mentions. That's coming up next. Stay tuned. So Nevaeh loves to play with things that light up. She loves to play with things that make lots of noise. And she loves to play with things that have knobs and doors that she can open. So the first thing on her top 5 toy list at number 5 is this kitchen right here. This kitchen, I'm not sure who makes it, but we got it at Walmart. I think it cost about $15, but it has tons of little doors and hooks and knobs for her to turn. And what Nevaeh likes to do is stand in front of this kitchen and play with the door. She puts things inside the microwave. She puts things inside the oven. It also came with pots and pans and a few dishes for her to play with. It did also come with silverware, but I did not give her the silverware yet because I don't want her playing with it. I feel like there's just still a little bit too small for her to run around with. But she does love to play with this kitchen, and it's one of the first things she goes to when she heads over to her play area to start playing. So this kitchen is number 5. So at number 4 is this musical walker. We got it from Walmart. It's made by Fisher-Price, and it has buttons on it. It has a little spinny thing, and it has different settings. You can turn the volume to either high or low. It plays music, and she can push it around, which is the thing she likes most about it. She will sit in front of it and play, but mostly she likes to push it around the room. So she's had it for a while, but she wasn't able to control the speed with it, and it would get away from her. But now she's a pro at it, and she plays with it often, pushing it back and forth around the room. So this musical walker is number 4. At number 3 is this picnic basket. It's made by Leapfrog, and she got it for her birthday. So this picnic basket is one of Nevaeh's favorite things to play with because it opens and it plays music or sings a song. Inside there was a lot of little things. This is one of the plates that it came with. It also came with this little fork, and this is one of the pieces of, this is supposed to be pie. But she can take things in and out of this, and if you push a button, it plays a little song, and every time you open it, it makes a different noise. And she has lots of fun playing with this picnic basket. She also can just carry it around. She also puts things in here that don't go. She stuffs it to the brim sometimes, or sometimes she just leaves it empty and sits and plays with it. So at number 3 is this Leapfrog picnic basket. So the number 2 toy on the list is this activity table. This activity table is made by Leapfrog. I got it from Walmart. I'm not sure how much it costs, but I will link everything below. I love this table because it keeps Nevaeh very entertained, stimulated, and she will stand in front of it and play with it for a long time. It has 2 modes. It has learning mode and it has music mode. So if you put it in learning mode, it'll do ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. It'll do colors and shapes as well. If you put it on music mode, it plays a lot of music and it sings songs. It also switches back and forth from English to Spanish. So it's one of the things she likes to play with most, and she goes back and forth to this toy all day long. And yeah, it's one of her favorite toys. So at number 2 is this Leapfrog activity table. So at number 1 is this alphabet train. This is Nevaeh's number 1 toy. She goes to this toy every single day. There are a lot of things for her to do. It came from Walmart as well. I believe it's made by Fisher-Price, but I am not sure. I'll put who makes it down here at the bottom if I'm correct or not. I'm not sure. Everything will be linked below. but this is one of Nevaeh's favorite toys. So there are a lot of things to do. It has buttons, it has knobs to turn, it plays music. It also has a learning mode like the activity table. She can ride it. She can get on the back of it and ride it. She can also lift the seat up, and this turns into a way for her to pull it. This also detaches from the seat, and she can just push this around. It came with blocks that have ABCs on them, and there's a little slot right here where she can just drop the blocks in. So it's great for hand-eye coordination. She can just drop the blocks in, and then they go in the seat, and she can grab them from under the seat. So many different things to do with this alphabet tray, and it keeps her very, very busy, and she loves to play with it. So number one is this. I think it's Fisher Price, but it's this alphabet tray. So those are Nevaeh's top 5 toys, but I do have a few things that I want to give honorable mention to. The first thing I want to tell you about is Violet the puppy. Violet the puppy is made by Leapfrog, and Nevaeh loves to play with this bear or this puppy at bedtime. She pushes on the paws, and it has different little things you can do with it. You can make it sing. You can have it do ABCs. One of my favorite things about this puppy is this paw right here. It plays nighttime music. So if you tap it once, it does 5 minutes. If you tap it again, it does 10. And it also does tap it one more time, and it does 15. And it plays bedtime music. So she does play with this this puppy right at bedtime. It plays the music, and she holds on to it and hugs it. The other thing I like about Violet the puppy is that it connects to an app through Leapfrog. You can personalize it to your baby. You can tell it how to spell your baby's name, and it'll sing a song spelling your baby's name. You can also tell it your baby's favorite food, and it'll sing songs about snack time using that favorite food. So it's a fun little thing, and I think it's really cute. Nevaeh likes to play with it at night when she's going to bed, and that bedtime music is a really good feature. So honorable mention is Violet the puppy, made by Leapfrog. The next thing I want to give honorable mention to is this Baby Alive doll. This Baby Alive doll was given to Nevaeh by one of our cousins. Her name is Journey, and thank you, Journey, for giving her this Baby Alive. The story behind this doll is really cute. When Nevaeh was very small, Journey came over to visit, and she had this doll with her, and Nevaeh reacted to this doll right away. She was fascinated by it. So a few months later, Journey came back to visit, and she brought the doll with her, and she said that Nevaeh could have it because she didn't need it anymore. And I thought that was one of the sweetest things ever. And Nevaeh plays with this doll a lot. I keep it in her bed, and she plays with it right before she goes to sleep. But she also does like to take it out and walk around with it. She loves to hug it, and she plays with the hair, and she moves the little legs around. So Nevaeh is a doll baby. She likes to play with dolls, and this is her favorite doll. It's not her only doll, but it is her favorite doll to play with. So thank you again, Journey. This Baby Alive gets honorable mention. So I can't mention Nevaeh's playtime without talking about the iPad. Now, I heard some things recently that gave me pause about screen time because Nevaeh previously spent a lot of time with the iPad. But I've pulled back on her screen time because she did spend, I feel like, maybe too much time with it. She learned how to interact with the iPad, and she did learn how to maneuver and change her videos while she was watching YouTube Kids. She loved Bob the Train, and she still likes to watch videos by ABC Kids TV. Those seem to be her favorite videos. But I've pulled back, and she only watches those videos now in limited amounts of time. If she is going to watch the iPad, I like to make sure that the majority of her time is spent doing something interactive. So I do still let her do sight words on it, and I also have an app called Epic Books that has interactive books that I read to her. So I like to be with her when she's with the iPad and make sure that most of that time is interactive. We do live in a technology age, and I know that kids need to interact with technology and learn how to use it. And I believe she will learn that in time, but I just want to make sure that she doesn't spend too much time with the iPad. So I just like to make sure that Nevaeh's time with the iPad is more interactive rather than her just sitting and consuming it. I do still let her watch the videos in limited amounts of time, but most of the time I like to make sure that she's doing something interactive. So just be careful with your kids and screen time. You do have to introduce your kids to technology because we live in that day and age, but you just want to make sure that it's more interactive and you're not depending on the iPad or the technology to do all of the teaching. So that's it. Those are Nevaeh's top 5 toys and a few honorable mentions. All of the toys I mentioned today will be linked below in the description box. If you want to tell me about your kids' favorite toys in the comments, that would be great. Also, I would love to hear your take on screen time for toddlers. So go ahead and leave that below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button while you're here. Also, turn on notifications so that you can be notified when I post a new video. You can keep up with us during the week on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me and my